Here with Ohio Gaming Alliance presents Phoenix Franchise. We have a considerable amount of the franchise members with us tonight. We are missing a couple, but we're trying to get this game flowing in such a way that crew members can kind of come and go as they please, so that we can keep the storyline running. So, with that being said, we will probably be looking for one more crew member, as I know for sure that one isn't going to be returning for a little while. So, if you have interest in playing and you're a member of OGA, Ohio Gaming Alliance, feel free to send us a DM and we'll be happy to get back with you and let you know what your options are. Thank you so much. Also, quick announcement, we are going to be moving to an episodic serial standard for the Phoenix franchise, Misled Moguls, and the new Tales of Selenia. We are going to be recording those events and we'll be turning them into episodes that will be released weekly. So give us some time with that, and we'll be announcing the first episodes of that soon. Okay.
All right.
So, tonight we have Marcus Masterson. We have... Oh, I'm trying to remember everyone's character names. It's been a month. Ivan Mistanovich. We have Rowley, the hoppity hip hoppity rabbit.
I like the hip hop too.
And then we also have Irish.
It stinks.
What's that?
This place stinks.
It is definitely a place that Irish is not feeling.
Ooh, they all want our gold.
They reek of evil and it smells like raw sewage.
They do indeed want the golds.
Where are we at? Oh,
Here.
we haven't done a recap yet. Never mind.
Yes, we'll need a recap. So, I don't know who wants to give said recap this evening. Whoa. Move the whole damn map. Didn't mean to do that.
I can give a general kind of one.
I could give the recap.
All right, go for it.
Get in there, fellas.
So, last we left off, we instantly fought the rest of the mermaids that we absolutely obliterated, that me, Ivan, absolutely destroyed with a cannon, that Irarish slashed and slaughtered, as well as also being dragged into the water, which I almost shot him as well. That was a fun end to the fun end to our fight session there. Then we spent some time at the waters, especially with a lot of trying to keep morale up between the many ships that we took. And then finally made our way over throughout the week, as the oceans are rather big here in this world, and made our way to Pitch City. The reason why we are headed to Pitch City is to take out Tyrannese, a smuggler here in Pitch City. And we are sailing under Vorashian colors.
Because we're going to a Vorashian city and we're being incognito. Big time. Sort of.
Yeah, really we are not, especially with a bronze dragonborn who has really got a lot of gawking along with his armor. That's
And
okay.
a rabbit folk, right?
I mean, rabbit folk.
Unless you're human here, you get the side eye, the big hairy eyeball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The evil eye, as I believe they call it in Arabic cultures.
Ivan is the only human of this entire party. That's okay.
Not the only one.
Some validity. Who else is?
Masterson is.
Oh, I thought Marcus was a dwarf.
Grew up with the dwarves.
You would think so. He's very steeped in dwarven culture, but he's not a dwarf.
We also, when we first docked, we met someone by the name of Maximilian Infernus, who was a rather pinch purse. We all had to try to attempt to get him to stop.
He was a
harassing
crook.
us. Oh,
He was a
yeah,
damn
200
crook.
gold pieces for a week of docking services. Yeah, right.
But he got out crooked.
Yeah, we only ended up paying two gold pieces. I think I paid 5, and then Mr. Hippity Hoppity decided to take back my property and keep it for himself,
Hippity hoppity property.
which that's okay.
Hippity hoppity, 9/10 of the property.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah, yeah.
So
Oh.
after that, we started traveling out towards. We settled in the east side. We were headed more towards the west side, where we have supposedly heard that is where Tyrannise happens to be. I think that is a proper recap.
I'd just like to
Okay.
point out that we're looking to capture Tyrannise alive, not Merkham.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. I did have you on the eastern docks, didn't I? Because
Yes.
I apologize.
Very posh. Very posh.
I need
So we
to.
had- Yeah, we have to make our way to the east side, which is even worse for a city that already smells like, well, like a cesspool.
That, my friend, you would call shit.
I am also staying on the boat to guard it because people are giving me quite the long glance.
I'm going to get you from the boat.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move the boat then over to the eastern dock.
Hey, anybody remember which section of the parking lot we parked in?
I think it was somewhere near the middle.
I think that valet ripped us off.
There we go. You guys did get some good docking space. I mean, you got to say that.
Wasn't worth no $200.
No.
Dirty crooks.
That worked out nicely for me.
So you guys, please go ahead and I'll direct everybody here. If I hold Shift and click, I believe it'll drag everybody to this location. Feel free to drop your characters there.
Oh.
The more you zoom in, the uglier the map will get for you.
I'm not in this, actually.
Yes, I've got you. Hold on.
I think my shit's broken.
Oh, there
Oh,
you
there's
are,
something I
Raleigh.
have to log into, right?
You were just up there doing some petty thievery at a house in the alley. There you are.
There we go. There we go.
There he is.
Okay.
Are you in Roll20?
I don't know.
Let me get in on it.
Okay.
Yeah, log into Roll20 and you'll be good. We built you a token and everything.
Yep.
It's a big city. Where do we need to be? Over here somewhere?
Right here.
Right here where you're at. We're
Okay.
chilling by the docks here.
Oops. There we go.
Tis a big city.
All right, I guess we'll have the boss is gonna stay on board and send us to do the dirty work, I guess, since he's not here tonight. That's
Mhm.
the dwarf. That's Sun's character. What's his name again?
Tarwin. Or, something like that.
Oh,
I've got it somewhere.
I'm sorry. His dwarf is oh, you asked me too damn quick.
I'll find
Oh
it.
no. I should
Runewin.
not have done that.
Runewin.
Runewin.
It's Runewin.
That's it.
Yeah, I can drag him onto the map. Runewin. Runewin Burrow found. You son of a monkey.
There he went, out into the drink. Please hold. We are having technical difficulties.
There we go.
I know Bugs was with us last time.
Yeah, and I had texted out to Bugs, but I hadn't received anything back yet.
He's a gnome with a gun.
He's a badass gnome with a gun. Yeah, I haven't heard anything back. That's okay. No worries. He'll be along when he's ready to throw down with his gnome now. Okay. Oh, did you like that? All right. So, yep. Couple of orc people.
There we go. Got to put out the frost brand.
Okay.
Orc, orc, orc. Orcs, orcs, orcs. Orcs. Sorry. Throwing down some slaves. Ah, with... Okay. Irish, you got yourself out there too? Excuse me.
Remember, Ruin told me to stay on the boat because I was drawing too much attention.
That's true, he did, didn't he?
Well,
I'm
then
guarding the boat.
Ruinwind's gonna stay on the boat now too.
Okay. Okay. So you're after Tybranis Esteban, smuggler extraordinaire and a member of the Varashian slave trade as well. His folks have actually been known to take political prisoners as well and shift them off to the Isle of Despondence, which you've only, pray tell, heard of the name, and some really dismal stories about the place, mainly that you just never return from this place. For whatever that is worth.
Ah, boogeyman stories. I've heard them all.
Nice.
You don't want to know the stuff that's under the mountains.
And I was over here thinking that it was just gold and silver.
Sure, plenty of it, but it's guarded by... Well, you don't want to know.
Oh, pray do tell.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
invite
put
you
the
back.
blade
I'll invite you back to the mountains one of these times and go see my brothers.
I think I'd have some interesting stories to tell them.
The stories are better in Dwarvish anyway.
Why are you guys talking about somewhere else when we got a whole town here we can explore?
Because the place smells bad, okay? Hippity hop.
Well, we can find out where the smell's coming from.
I think it's coming from everywhere. It's starting to leak into my pores. We got to get this job done.
It's like cold cuts.
To Marcus, I speak in Dwarvish. I go, I could tell stories in Dwarvish.
All right, good. All right, but all right, let's snap to here, squad, because we got a job to do. Let's go find this chucklehead, get him back on the boat, and get out of here before the stuff starts to become permanent.
Like we aren't going to attract attention.
All
It's a
right.
good point. It's a good point.
Talking about me.
Yeah, and yeah.
Well, I'll put on my hat of disguise and turn into some ugly human type thing.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Alright, so hat of disguise is a
What
good
are you
idea.
calling ugly?
And look, while we have to keep a bunch of people on the boat, maybe we ought to bring a Rarish with us. For Rarish, we got a way to kind of cover up some of your, this.
You shine like metal, like these coins. Pull out copper
that?
coins.
Let's try to go incognito here, alright? Tuck him wings in, sucker. No, seriously, anybody got something that can, make him look like a grubby human? or at the very worst, dwarven or a
Why do
orc
we
slave.
keep trashing on me?
I
Hey,
only
look.
got the one hat. Let's see what we got here.
Anybody got a spell to work for the occasion?
Or disguise kit?
I
Anybody
do not
anybody
believe
rock
so.
disguise kits?
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. What
I
about
make jewelry, friend.
what about the boss? Has he got something? I know he can throw some spellage. I don't know if Bugs has any of that kind of stuff.
I
Yeah.
don't think either one of them do, but let me
I don't
take a
think
look.
Bugs- I don't think Bugs needs to shoot you.
Yeah,
I mean, we
Bugs
could-
wouldn't, but Runewind might. Let me look and see what Runewood's got.
We got invisibility and prestidigitation would be the only ones that would even come close.
Runewind doesn't have his stuff listed in here. So I have no idea.
Yeah, his is probably in on D&D Beyond. Hang on, let me look at something here.
Thank you, sir. Back me up on that one. I appreciate you.
I'm flipping over to it now. Let's see,
Tossing
what's he got? What's he
townspeople.
got?
Into the
Minor illusion. He does have minor illusion. Nope, that's just sounds and objects. That doesn't do much
it doesn't.
for us.
Yeah, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't do. What you'd
What
like
else he
it.
got? He's got a lot of stuff.
Well, what are your thoughts?
Well, there's probably plenty of ill repute types around here. Somebody want to search out, see if we can find somebody that's got a decent disguise kit can use to turn our
Sure.
dragon buddy into something that looks less stand out-ish.
I imagine there's a plethora of stores I could go to try to haggle someone out of a
Alright.
free disguise kit.
I could make him invisible.
Or that would work.
Either way.
As long as he can, not stomp around and run
How
into
many
stuff.
times can you do that? For how long?
It's a second level spell, so as long as the spell lasts.
That works. Let's do that.
Okay,
We got a job to do. Let's get it done.
I'm all for it.
All
Come
right.
here, Mr. Luckboy. Step forward. On the
It's,
docks.
All right, Areris, you're gonna get invisibilized. Stand still.
Step light, friend. Step with my footsteps.
Marcus, you have such a way with words.
Hope I don't get the words wrong and turn him into a big old smelly rat.
You could do worse. right.
Could be worse.
Stand still. This probably won't hurt.
Probably not.
probably.
Well,
Alright.
you're the one that is all about probabilities.
Oh, it's the phone.
Oh, that's
right.
what I'm not doing.
So do we have a guide? How do we find this Joker? I know we're gonna go wander around the districts. I guess we're just gonna ask some questions.
All I know is to go towards the east.
You know that he is.
West.
Yeah, you know that
West.
he is to the west. He would be in the Royals districts, which actually the eastern docks are closer to that realm anyway. In fact, the outer wall of the Royal and Noble districts runs along that edge there, right outside that. They have their own private port, of course, for the families that live there. But there is an entrance to the north. Slightly to the northwest, if you follow the wall. That's at least what you're told by a guard at the dock.
All right, Yvonne, you're kind of the pretty boy type. You talk real nice. Why don't you go ahead and do the talking?
Sure.
Arerish, don't trip over your dumb wings or your big dopey feet. Keep it quiet. All right, let's move out.
Okay.
Just for reference, Joe, I'm going to try my best to stay right behind Ivan.
Okay. All right. So you know that according to the guard, let me find. Yeah. Here we go.
I'll just say, Raleigh, you're the servant type. I'll be the bodyguard. Yvonne's gonna play the part of the uppity snob. All right, we got that.
Yes, master.
The guard is hollering.
He's already in character. What a man.
Yeah. You take the blonde, I'll take the one with the turban.
So they, the guard in the tower is kind of hollering down at you and asking you what your business is here as you're talking to the Orca guard at the ground there. What's your business in Pitch City?
The business. Merchant stuff. Selling many jewelries. I need to show you my works. Are you interested in buying?
No. We are not interested.
Then I shall move on.
Very good. The market is to the north. You'll find it relatively open today.
Thank you for the advice. And I will continue on. Imagine everyone else is following behind.
Actually, I'll be a few paces in front of you. Like I say, looking the part of the bodyguard.
Okay.
Make way for my uppity boss. That's right. Get out of the way. This guy's important.
We shall continue on.
Okay. You
Where
continue
is
on.
Rabbit Boy?
You see a bar that is open to the public. Obviously the scale isn't the most correct here, but we're gonna use it anyway.
Yes.
And there's several patrons out on the deck, sitting outside enjoying the nice evening air as it's starting to roll in. Because you guys rolled in the evening, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Sounds right. I don't know. It could be that it just smells and there's a pall over the city all the time. We think it's awful. They love it. Whatever.
Well, these guys appear to be drinking a very dark-looking beer, like a very, very dark-looking beer. They are kind of eyeing you as you come past. There's a couple of guards who seem like they're either between duty or off duty at the time, still in uniform, mind you, having a drink. There's appears to be a guard captain who's flirting with a young lady on the street, trying to get her to visit one of the local pubs with him. As you're passing by, you can hear him yammering on, well, I have my own place in the district capital. Why don't you come by and see me sometime? He's kind of got a Zap Brannigan feel to him. As he leans up against the wall, I like to work out in the evenings if you want to see me all sweaty. He's leaning up against the wall. She's
Sir,
appalled by this.
I want to say, maybe you would have a better chance if you could give her some gifts.
No, what do you mean? He turns
Come here.
to look at you, and
Come see my wares.
the lady kind of runs off. All right, I'll catch you later, Valorous. Ah, okay. Let's see what you have to offer here.
Oh,
He
I have some.
All right. As he approaches, Marcus, hold that hand out. That's far enough. Do not approach the Lord without permission.
He looks at your sashes and, oh my, I do apologize. He shows you his Varashian ID, and his name is Valorous. And
Valorous.
yeah,
Nice
he's,
to meet you.
It's Captain Valorous. He's a guard captain. They do 12-hour shifts around here, is what he tells you. Sorry, we do 12-hour shifts, and it's my time to be off. So I wasn't exactly expecting to have to salute. He throws out the Varashian fist.
No,
salute
not
and
necessary.
says, I surely want to make sure that you understand that I meant no harm, your lordship.
No. This is not a big deal. I'm just curious if it is that you would want to have a better chance with the ladies.
He says, well, yeah, I would love that. What you got in mind?
Better dress. Maybe when it is that you don't have the uniform on.
Ah, all right. Well, Lord, I'll tell you what. He sifts into his pocket, pulls out a little card. This is a personal invitation. Give it to the guards at the gate this evening, and they'll ensure that you're let in for dinner. Dinner starts sharply in 2 hours after a good hearty workout.
Peculiar, but thank you. It is appreciated.
Well, Mother will be pleased that we have a lord coming to visit. She hasn't had to entertain somebody of your stature in a while. He continued to walk.
He lives with his mother.
I guess we shall follow behind.
I take care of my mother, actually. I shall see you this evening. He
Sounds good.
ta-ta for now. He walks through the gates and flashes a pass to the guards and heads off to his private residence.
I'm gonna
Oh,
shuffle
alright.
away from this crossbowman, and I will
Okay.
speak lightly to Marcus, and saying,
Okay.
"It was peculiarly fast."
Well, it looks like we got lucky. I guess we mill around for a little bit.
Yes.
get some more
lucky. Rings a bell.
I don't know. I get the feeling that our luck is lingering elsewhere. But anyway,
I'm stuck. I can't move my little furry guy.
Hold on, I'll see if I can help with the furry guy movement. Heck, I can't move him either.
See?
What happened to him? Hold on.
I
I'm
don't know.
still sitting down here next to Ruinwind.
He somehow got moved to the map layer. There you go, brother. Can you move him now?
Yep.
Cool.
There he goes.
Yeah.
All right,
Where are you guys at?
Right here.
right up here.
Further north.
Okey-dokey.
There's a bar. There's a large market area with several item shops, food shops, what have you. It is not without its lingering Vorashian guard. You see no elite guard here. For whatever reason, you're not sure. But you do know that that there is heavy guard activity in the area.
All right, let's not break character at this point. We're gonna have to. I guess we can find some more intel. Maybe learn a little bit more about this guy on the down low.
I don't know about year 3. I mean, 2. But
Smooth.
thank you.
Thank you.
I'm going to sell some wares. I have jewelry to sell. I have I was going to sell him a sash, but he gave me an invitation and walked off.
Look, you're playing the part, so go ahead and take us where you will until it's time to go to dinner, I guess.
No, market's right here in front of us. Come on, come join me.
All right.
Is there an open
do your thing.
stall anywhere?
No, but you're dressed as a noble with a sash, so you know you
I shall go over here.
can just kind of do your thing and nobody's gonna bother you.
I think I'm just think I'm just gonna kind of wander around and listen, see if I can hear anything funny, interesting.
And how are you disguised, Jerry?
Just as a regular old human person. What was I? Marcus wanted me to be a servant, so
Okay. Cool.
a servant it is.
Very cool. Well, you walking around. There's a nice bar. There's some really nice little item shops. There's some really, really nice houses. Banners of hell everywhere. The Lady of Worship be hell. And you can see infernal markings. I don't know if you can read infernal.
I cannot.
Negatory.
Okay, but
Oh.
you've definitely seen the unholy script in the past.
Hunter
Um,
can read it. No? Oh, that's
I can
tiefling.
read-
Sorry,
I
sorry.
can read common, draconic, goblin, and orc.
And so there are several orcs in the area, but they are all servants of a different kind. So you have that. So everyone seems to be lively and jovial, except for, of course, the forced servants. They're the only ones that seem to be disgruntled in any way, shape, or form. The people
Those
drinking.
are the ones I want to hang around with.
Okay. All right. There are some orcs in the area. I'll actually grab those real quick and drop them in. Let me take a second. Damn it. Sorry. I like Roll20. It works out nicely for me.
You like it? Jury's out on whether it likes you.
Right. Yeah, a bunch of orcs hanging out. They look like they've been worked to the bone today, and they're sitting around a little hovel. Little fire going. They're drinking some of that black beer. They look like they're sitting in the section that's specifically designed for them outside, as they're probably not wanted inside. And so they're out there drinking. They're still having a great time. There's a couple of them that seem to be disgruntled, like they, like I said. But for the majority of them, they're having fun. As much as they can, anyway. You can hear one of them harp up in a dialect of Common that you can make out because you speak Common, but there's some words that are lost in translation. Probably because it's a mixture of Common and Orc. But he says, they give you young ones the alcohol, and then they know that it'll take your pain away till the next day. Knock you out quick. Give you a quick drink of the thick black stuff. He kind of sits back. I'd rather have me bones ache. He kind of sits curmudgeonly as he's looking over at you, human servant. Did you get lost? Or it's
No.
with the other humans?
Oh, he's setting up shop. I'm just walking around seeing what's for sale and what's what and what and have you.
Ah. Very good.
What do you mean black stuff?
Well, here, try some.
Not if it's gonna knock me out.
He says, yeah, first time you have it, it'll definitely knock you out.
What is it?
It's a concoction of alcohol. Fermented stuff.
Wouldn't happen to have anything to do with the smell around here, would it?
Oh, that smell?
That smell.
Those are dissidents.
Diffident.
Dissidents.
Hmm.
They've been purging lately. Those lights in the sky got them scared.
Lights in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Blue
See?
lights?
seems the keeping us orcs and other races under control on top of what's going on in the mountains. The Varashian military seems to be a little overwhelmed. They're traveling the roads. They're definitely setting up shop on the mountainside. That's for sure.
Interesting.
Where you travel out of? The Isles?
Somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to so many places it's hard to remember. After a while, you all look the same.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, the smell, if you want to get out of the way of that, you're going to have to go downwind of it. Find some patchouli or some incense and burn it. Excuse me, upwind.
Upwind. Makes
downwind.
sense. Makes more sense. Well, thank you for the kind advice, sir.
Mm-hmm. Here. He hands you a little bottle.
Oh, thank you. And I didn't get you anything.
He says, it's for when your bones begin to ache.
When my bones begin to ache. Wonderful. We'll stop by the shop later. I'll make sure you get a nice discount. Friends and family discount.
I'm not allowed to shop.
Bummer. Toodaloo.
Good day to you. Thanks for showing us that we still exist.
Oh, and to you, you foul creature.
I should have told him the smell was coming from him, eh? They start laughing.
Nice.
But yeah, they're essentially what he explains to you about the dissidents is that they kill them and then they just cremate the bodies. They don't mess around with burying them or anything like that. They're dissidents to Vorash, so they kill them and throw them into the crematories. And so the rancid smell is piled up dissidents waiting to be cremated.
Okie dokie.
So, yep. And
I'll share that with the group when I get back by them.
Okay. Most of them, from what the orc tells you, are orc or other race. Humans are more of a commodity around here, and they want to see more humans than they do anything else. And slowly but surely, they plan on that. But for now, they need, the orcs and whatnot alive on the mainland. He says, "You're really not from around here, are you?" He keeps talking about the Isles, and asking if you're from the Isles.
Which isles?
Well, there's some isles to the south there that they harbor a lot of riffraff and whatnot, and I thought if you sailed in for the market, maybe your noble was part of that.
No, I think we sailed down from somewhere up north. As I said, we've been on at this for a while.
They probably don't let you above ship very often. I can tell why you feel a little off-put or out of place. If you've never been to the mainland, you probably live in a lot of luxury. I can understand. You've probably never even seen a whole lot of orcs before.
No, this is a wonderful experience for me.
Oh, I'll bet. All right, sunshine. We lost Gavin.
Oh.
He'll be back. And in greater numbers. Oh, that's going to make our scores sound great. All right. And so, okay. So, you move on to tell the others about this, that, and the other thing.
And the other.
Right. There he is. I was going to say, did you get disconnected?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. So, just trying to give you guys a firm grip and taste of what Vorash is really kind of like. They are a very, they say they're a monarchy, but they're they're extreme militaristic monarchy that borderlines the idealism of fascism. So,
An oligarchy.
an oligarchy. Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's the iron fist. The money rules the land. Humans have the money because they're the ones allowed to own property, own et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
Well, maybe my masters ought to start throwing their weight around a little bit.
perhaps.
Don't they have sashes and whatnot?
Yeah, so, yeah, they do. And so, with that being said, let me explain the market to you. So, the market is unlike anything you've ever seen before. The Western markets of Agrosia are usually very uplifting, very lively. Usually, a lot of live animals to be sold there. Some weapon shops, item shops, things like that. These are more like small cubicles. They have shops, they have items, but it looks like the majority of these city streets are owned by the rich and the elite. You overhear people discussing the idea of how far that they've traveled for these trade days, and that the standard markets are usually set up on the outskirts of the cities. Servants are usually the people that come in and out of those and feed the people in the cities. So it's definitely a sparsed out kind of atmosphere. Whereas you can see two walls specifically on the map, there's actually three in this city, and one of them breaks off into the shanty section, where these folks come from and where most of the marketing is done. Now, there are some auction halls, but it would appear that the auction halls are mostly reserved for the buying, selling of slave trade and or precious antiquities. So it's a nice market, and there does appear to be some shops that are set up by nobles as well, but they're maybe not like the nobles of the mainland. Does that make sense? Like they're not the hoity-toity nobles. They're like the people that come from the hamlets and the villages off in the in the cut, so to speak. So you get a lot of questions about whether you're from the Isles or not. Which from what's explained to you, the Isles are a small colony to the south of Pitch City that the humans have only slowly started to overtake in the last couple hundred years.
Are any of them interested in my wares, such as small yet fine jewelry and I think that's mostly what I'm selling.
You have a lot of ladies that hit the shop. They're very interested in buying some of your wares. They tell you that your jewelry reminds them very much of the Isles, and they wonder if that's where you're from. A lot of people are very interested in these Isles.
I will lie and I will say yes.
She explains to you that everybody around here wants to kind of know the how things are doing there. They haven't heard from any of the diplomats there in some time. It's been at least a decade since they've had like firm word from that district as to how the progress of the cities and the buildings, etc., are coming along.
It has been very privated. It is mostly owned by those who are able to even reach it out there, such as me, who sells jewelries.
And she says, "So are you like a general's son or military man's? Are you and just didn't decide to go to the military, or
Part of the guild.
part
But
of the guild's role deception?"
my father was military, but I did not want to follow in his footsteps. However, he did not beat me for that one. He actually encouraged it, surprisingly enough.
The other lady looks the other lady, who's a little heftier in size but very much infatuated with your accent, leans over your counter a bit and kind of gives you the whole, well, I understand that only the strongest military men went to the Isles to begin with to colonize the new lands. So you must be of strong blood. She kind of winks at you.
Yes. Just why I carry a sword. as I actually have my sword right beside me, and I lean on it at all times,
Oh
as
my!
it is very large.
It is a
But
large
that
sword.
is just a more recent occupation, as the war has picked up a lot more. However, in order to supply these efforts of such trying to go out to the Isles, all these lords and these very high-ranking officials, they are in need of supplies. They are in need of lots of people who can trade coin very well. So, that is where I come in.
Very good. Very good. They kind of are infatuated with everything that you've told them, and they seem like they're fans. Thunderous
Oh.
eye roll from Marcus. Nice.
So, if it is that you enjoy my stories, do you enjoy my pieces?
I might have to throw a log in the fire. They do. They enjoy your work very much, and they each buy some jewels. So I don't know what you're charging on your jewels, but they'll each buy a necklace and a bracelet. Let me throw some wood in this fire so I can keep myself warm.
For silver, I would probably charge 5 gold pieces for a simple bracelet, simple necklace. For gold, I would probably triple the price. Fire! Fire is necessary. It gets very cold in the dark.
All right. I'm gonna try standing up a little bit. Could you guys see me in the background throwing the wood in?
No.
Oh, okay. My student the other day
No, I
was
made
like,
a
"We can
comment
see-"
on it though.
What's that?
I said, fire. Fire is very good. It gets cold in the night.
Oh, it does. I'm hoping that the coals will light it up again, because if not, I gotta throw the kindling sticks I bought on it. Which, by the way, Lowe's has some wonderful kindling sticks you can pick up there for like $6 a batch. They're pretty nice. Good price on that. We are not sponsored by Lowe's, but good store.
Not yet.
Not yet. We use it to build a lot of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, the ladies, they seem to have a good time with you. They are very infatuated with your stories of the Isle, which you're totally bullshitting them. I'll need a deception roll to make sure that you can keep it up.
Of course. Oh, I didn't bring my dice. I will have to do this on roll 20. Alright, roll 20. Don't screw me over now.
I got the crazy hair going on. I didn't realize it until we started playing tonight.
Alright, how does one make a roll?
There's little dice on the side, or you can / roll d20.
Okay.
And then
Roll
just add your
space d20.
bonuses.
In the upper left-hand side, there's that little sub-menu. There's one that's a die 20 right
Oh.
there.
Unrecognized.
/ roll space d20.
Oh. Wow,
Oh, that's a
that
that's a-
sucks.
That's a rarish roll in that one.
Yeah.
Tripping over his own feet while he's
What's your
supposed to be
bonuses?
invisible.
A deception check?
Yeah.
That makes it a 23.
Wow. Yeah. They both very much.
Wow.
They're
This
both
guy's
very
an
much infatuated
uber
with
liar.
your stories. They think that you are the best thing since sliced bread at this market. They bring a few of their friends over. Yeah. And you have
I tell you,
a
I
gaggle
might
of
be busy
ladies.
for a little while, so if you want, go check around the place.
Is
if
there?
luck has it.
Is there? Oh, go ahead.
That's all I have to say.
If
Gonna
the,
be that kind of party, huh?
if there is any is there any desire to be looking for any specific items, any shops, any locales? Are you interested
I
in
am selling my
perusing the
goods.
city? I know you're selling stuff because the ladies won't leave you alone now. Oh my goodness, have you been over to... What are you calling yourself? Lord
Lord Mistonovich.
Mistonovich. Have you seen Lord Mistonovich yet? Oh my God! Oh. You can hear girls running over to.
Oh my goodness.
I suppose while I'm here, I can go ahead and pick up a disguise kit too.
Hey, there are plenty of costume shop type people there. Plenty of outfitters willing to make you custom suits, whatever you might need.
Does Irarish have, like, as a Dragonborn, is he a long snout man or he's a snub nose?
He is
like a
the.
revolver.
I will let him decide that because he comes from a different dimension than.
This is why I'm asking Irarish.
Right. Oh, I apologize.
No, you're fine.
I would say it'd probably be like a medium, just a little bit out, not too much.
So we need a big hood.
There you go. So those kinds of things can be mustered up. A disguise kit, you could mill piece one together by visiting various shops, makeup shop,
Let's do that.
outfitter, etc. The all in all, I'd say if you're mill piecing it together, we're looking at least a 10 gold piece kit, which is expensive, but you're also mill piecing it together. You're not buying it all in one.
Right. Yeah, okay, let's do that and come up with a costume for our invisible friend.
Okay, why don't you guys talk that out and decide the best costume? I'm going to hit the restroom real quick, take a quick potty break. If anybody else needs to, go ahead and do that real quick. But when we come back, you'll tell me how he's dressed, how he's disguised, because you guys are going to have that dinner with the captain.
Right on. I'm going to take a bathroom break too.
Okay, be right back, guys.
Yep.
Irarish, what is your style, friend?
I'm invisible. I'm silent.
Can't say anything. Way to test him. This foppish lord over here keeps saying Irarish, Irarish. What's wrong with this guy?
Marcus, get this speech off me.
Uh-huh.
Settle down, settle down. It is that no, you can't just be grabbing the jewelry. Come on now. This is not how this works. Maybe after this we should go clothes shopping. Get new pieces.
Yeah, I suppose if you need to look the part.
Perhaps we should stop now.
You go ahead, Lord Dandy. I'll just stick with the whole bodyguard spiel. It's working.
Do not say that so loud in front of the ladies. So, since speaking in character gets me in trouble,
Uh-huh.
Irarish, what do you want to be clothed in?
I could care less.
Fun. Okay. Marcus.
Just know that I do want to keep my armor on.
That is very possible. So I think all we need to buy for him is then a hood. Do you have gauntlets on? What kind of armor you got?
I have wyvern scale mail.
We need a cloak. We need
And
a
I
cloak
also
with
have
a big hood.
I have a tail too.
We need a very big cloak with a very big hood. So we'll get a very big cloak with a very big hood. We need to get some gloves. What colors do you want? Talking to a merchant, he can get you any color he wants.
I don't know, something that would make me not stick out, I guess. I don't know. I don't care.
Well, we're in the poshest area possible, so I don't think anything would make you stick out except for, well, nothing. Aside from, well, your scaly self.
You could always get a bronze cloak.
Match your skin tone. Okay, that's possibly possible. Maybe we should do the
Bronze.
gloves too.
A bronze silk cloak with a bronze gloves.
Hi, sorry.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Okay.
And then there's
Should
somebody.
we get you? Should we get you a fake Dragonborn mask? So if your hood does get lifted up, it would work. We'll get that too, and we'll make that one bronze.
We could always say that my face is a mask to begin with.
They wouldn't believe that.
High enough deception roll, they would.
High enough deception roll to believe anything, but got to get that damn deception roll going.
I do not only make jewelry, but I make my friends wonderful masks made of copper coins.
We could
Feel
do,
it, touch his skin. I mean, sorry, his scales. I mean, his mask.
You could always just say it's like one of those things where you just kind of blend it in with somebody's actual face.
Yeah. Trust me, it's just makeup. Look, I'll pick off one of the scales right now. Digs my fingernail in his skin. Don't move.
I do have a +4 for deception.
Don't have a +12. Bard is insane.
Okay. You can, I mean, you're welcome to try to decept people as well. I'm not going to stop
So-
you.
So we were thinking of getting like a big bronze silk cloak with some bronze gloves.
Gloves. And I want to do the bronze Dragonborn mask, but I don't think the Dragonborn is down for the Dragonborn mask.
Cloaks are always good.
Sorry about that.
With a very, very big hood, if possible.
Like this.
Yes.
Like
Sith cloak.
We have to bring the props. Like my bag of coins. That I may or
Something
may
that's
not
kinda
end
like-
up decking someone with.
Might as well get into a little costume while we're on camera. All right. So the and it's warm. This cloak is warm. It's made out of fleece. Bought it at Gen Con one year. Great find. So you're hanging out. You sell some wares. You sell some necklaces. You kind of piece together a disguise kit, and you're able to find a a stall, outhouse, and change into your costume there. Who's helping him with this? That has the disguise kit, Raleigh.
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you not hear me again?
No, we hear you just fine. Raleigh,
Yeah,
do you want to go ahead and roll your disguise kit?
Yeah, how do you want me to roll it?
Well, there shouldn't be. I don't think there's a skill disguise, so you'd have to use the disguise kit skill.
And
So
use the kit, and then you
Mhm.
add your proficiency bonus
Yep.
with it.
exactly. So for that,
So it's usually just a flat 20 plus your
Okay.
proficiency bonus.
Which should be a +4.
21.
Ooh.
yeah, you look at the Dragonborn and you're like, I got it.
Well, do we look at the Dragonborn? Because he is still invisible.
Well, they go to a stall and he helps the Dragonborn get into costume, and the costume
Yeah.
looks great. What are you trying to look like again?
We're just covering him up.
Oh, okay.
We're just really covering him up.
You cover him up. You're able to make the Dragonborn look very covered up. Okay.
Well, I guess technically make him look like a Dragonborn masquerade. As we
With
have
a 21,
a bronze cloak, a bronze gloves, and his face is bronze. So
with a 21 roll, I'd say that's pretty significantly awesome. So yeah, we'll give you that. Okay, so time goes by. You're hanging out.
about how much gold would you say I get from selling some jewelry? Not a ton. Just some, just the rest of what I have, which is not a lot.
Let me do a D100 roll to see what kind of gold you pulled in off these. 99! Son of a bitch!
Oh,
You
extremely
really
lucky.
sweet talk these ladies. That's
Because
enough,
I'm here.
enough to buy a nice bottle of wine for your host.
Because I'm here.
I'm kidding. Yeah, right?
My goddess has blessed you this day.
Oh,
with
shit.
singing.
The goddess of luck?
We're gonna start
No,
calling
this is all you talk about.
We're gonna start calling you Falcor, you luck dragon.
Well, they renamed the god of luck in my game to Henrod instead of Hermod. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Henrod's fine. Potato, potato. So, and what's yours? What's your god's name from the Baldur's Gate world?
Timora.
Timora. Yes. Thank you. All right, so yeah, that was a significant amount of gold you picked up for the day, and you know the guards really are paying attention to you. In fact, at the close of business, right at the right when the sun is finally cresting over the horizon there. And the gas lamps in the city turn on. They walk over to you.
And
Lord, we understand, of course, that you are here to do business, and that you've probably traveled from some great distance. We understand the Isles.
yes, friends.
Were you able to secure a permit for your shop today?
The permit for shopping.
Well, of course, everybody's got to have a permit for shopping.
To shop.
Well, to sell.
So,
Guy's lying through his teeth. I rolled shittily.
are you sure about that?
Well,
Why hadn't you stopped me way before then? Why let me go on?
I mean, grease the palms a little. We see you out here earning. We gave you some good protection all day, didn't we?
He didn't.
Hang on,
he
where's
didn't-
my sword? Here's my sword. You gave me protection. You don't think this is enough to give me protection? You don't think him, I point to Marcus, is good enough protection?
Touche. We weren't sure. Wanted to test you. See
You're here every day. What are
just
you
how
protecting
strong
other
you
than
are.
everyone else?
just how strong you are. We understand you're from the Isles. We'll back off.
You men
I don't-
move along. We
At
got
this
a
point-
dinner with some important guy. Beat it.
Bitches.
They back off. They were totally bluffing to see if they could get some of your coin. Perception
Not
rolls
happened with emotion. Perception roll.
for everybody at the market.
By
Pardon
the
me.
way,
Wood slash roll the
23, 14, 13, 15.
that is a
plus
15 plus.
wisdom and proficiency, right?
Yes, it is. I
Well, you
am
gotta be
proficient
skilled
in
in it.
perception. That is a +4, so 19.
19. All right. The orcs are having a time with this. They are. Anybody here speak orc?
I do.
Yeah, they are having a blast with this. The others, they understand that they're laughing and jovially, but you can understand what they're saying. And they find it very impressive that your friend just told off the sergeant of the guard at the market, and he says he hasn't seen anybody do that in a long time. So they're all having a good laugh at that, and they seem to have a slight gleam of admiration in their eye for your group now.
All
By
right.
the way, Joe, I
We
want to
should
pick
probably
up the
get to-
bodyguard thing too.
Hmm?
I want to pick up the whole bodyguard charade too.
Well, he's no Kevin Costner, but I guess he'll do.
I think he came out lovely for what I had to work with.
What's he doing with that mailbag? Okay.
Are those gills? Anyway.
Nicely done. Okay.
All right, so we ought to get to dinner before the next shakedown comes.
Breakdown.
Yes, I would agree. Perhaps it's time to go.
All right. Aren't all you foppish types supposed to take like a gift for the host or something?
They have one last gift.
All right, just make sure you don't come empty-handed or we'll look like a bunch of paupers. Let's go.
Well, I could produce a beautiful piece of jewelry if need be.
Ollie G, I totally forgot to ask, what was in the bottle the orc gave me?
Oh, the bottle that the orc gave you has a orangish, orangish yellowish liquid. Did you pop the cork and sniff?
Yes.
It's a very strong ass whiskey.
Nice. Okay. What kind of gifts should we get? Like
Give
wine?
me an hour and I can produce the
Does anybody
finest
have
piece
etiquette?
of jewelry you've ever seen.
Does anybody have what, bruh?
Any kind of a skill that would allow them etiquette?
Meta kit?
No.
Etiquette?
I have proficiencies in jeweler's tools.
Yeah, I got
want to go
jeweler's
buy
tools,
some more
these
stuff. I could
tools,
make
tinkerer's
fine.
tools, wood carver's tools. I got tools,
Fine
tools,
jewelry.
tools.
I would think Gavin would be the performance type, right?
Mhm.
Performance
Probably.
and persuasion, maybe. That'd be probably be up their alley there. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, rally, whatever it is that you could possibly produce, especially with that ungodly amount of tools, do it.
Yeah, whatever you guys want, man. Just let me know.
Make. Oh man,
bro,
would
I got
Some, something from the islands.
Would I? Right. Okay, so something from the Isles.
Yeah.
Like
There you go.
A hula girl.
Tiki torch. Tiki torch. There we go.
I
Yeah.
didn't even realize what I've done tonight.
Tiki torch.
Okay,
what's
so
I've
So if it's gonna
inadvertently
come
made
from
you
the
all
Isles-
island boys.
do I know at all where the Isles are? Are they west from Vorash? Are they are
South.
they east from Vorash?
South.
Are they south from Vorash? Okay.
Yeah.
Do the islands have any
Yeah.
symbols or anything there, Joe?
A food here?
That we would know of.
Okay, hold on. All right, love you. Bye.
You muted yourself, Joe.
I had to mute real quick. Okay, what was the question?
Are there
I'm
any
sorry.
symbols that we know of from the Isles?
Yeah, anything like symbolic I could carve into the tiki torch to make it represent the islands or something like that.
You know that the isles are housed of military colonies. So you could...
So let's carve out the Vorashian military symbols,
The army?
the highest ranking symbol.
Yep. Okay. There you go.
And with that, we should embed gems in it.
We can do this.
Okay.
Oh, and I will
Cool.
produce the finest of wood. And I reach from within my bag of holding, and I'll produce, if you'll allow it, DM, a
You,
piece of mahogany wood.
Okay.
you produce whatever wood you want, but finest, that's subjective.
Well, according
it
to
is
all the ladies in the
mahogany.
market, I guess, but you know.
Right. The ladies at the market would say otherwise, but
Which again provokes a thunderous eye roll from Marcus.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying I'm a rabbit. I can handle all the ladies in the market
It's only
It's gonna
because
be-
you're funny or fuzzy, my friend.
and still have time to carve my tiki torch, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Uh-huh. They're gonna be spawning like rabbits in Pitch City.
Does bedazzling come with that?
Breed
Or is
'em
that
out,
my
baby.
job?
Oh, here comes Hop Along with his prima nocta doctrine.
Yeah.
you guys are...
I
You
got
guys-
jeweler's tools, but we can work on it together if you want. It could be a group grope.
You guys are chit chatting along about this. It's about 40 minutes before the dinner, and as you're chit chatting along and kind of discussing what you're going to build, do, make. I'm going to let you guys talk about it here in just a second. I just want to give you some good visage. As you're talking, a man in very, very brilliantly polished with a purple sheen like gleam off of it, plate mail armor, along with several gentlemen in knight's armor, and the armor itself is like a blackened granite, or not granite, but a blackened graphite, grayish type metal that sheens as they walk. They have purple cowls and capes coming off the back of their adorned shoulder pieces. Their armor clinks and clanks only ever so slightly, enough to let you know they're there, but elegantly enough to slide along as to say, we're better than you. As they march forward through the gates, the gentlemen at the gates stop, salute, and allow them passage very quickly. There are about 5 of them. They are followed by a gentleman who is very much hooded and in a large robe that adorns the same symbols of hell that you see around the area. And he is following behind in a lifted chair by some of his priest patrons. Very elegant pulls off of each side of this chair with patchoulis and smells of incense wafting off of them as they walk through the gates as well.
They got him hoisted on a palanquin?
Yep.
Okay.
The last 2 folks that stroll through have what appear to be very nice business suits on. They button up suits. They are walking in behind the rest. They are given passage only after a small slick of the hand is given to the guard. And with that, I'll let you guys decide what you're doing real quick. I have to go check on the missus, so I'll be on a brief break. Do we want to take a quick break? We are at 1:13.
Sure.
When do we end?
We're going to end tonight around 9:30ish.
Okay.
I just because I've got some family stuff I've got to take care of tonight.
No, that's fine.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can end. We
Awesome.
can go on a break.
All I
Okay.
want to know, Joe, is that who I think it is?
Maybe.
All
It
right, we'll
is.
see you guys in about 15 minutes. And we'll go to 9:45. Is that cool?
Cool.
Okay.
Sure.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to mute us out here because people can still hear us chit-chatting. There we are. Hello, hello, and we are back. This is Joe McGregor with Marcus Masterson. We have Irish. We have Lord Mistonovich. Did I say it right?
Yes.
And Raleigh.
What up?
Phoenix franchise in full effect here, folks, for our streaming audience. So, when we left our team, they were getting ready to enter into the noble areas, the court, the courtyards, if you will.
All right. Take the lead there, dandy boy. Let's get this done.
We shall
There we go.
follow in and enter
When
as I
you
flash my invitation to the guards.
they allow you entrance. They look at the invitation, and one guard does direct you specifically to this estate here.
Okay, I shall just drag myself all the way over here.
Yep. Okay.
Fantastic.
You arrive at a dining hall. It looks like there are several other folks of nobility there. It seems like it's going to be a rather large dinner, and it is marking the 25th day of a dissident-free city. They haven't had to off anybody within the last 25 days, or at least so they say.
They're
So
allowing our weapons in the building.
only nobles. Nobles are usually not carrying in here. They won't stop you. But as far
Because I
as
have a very big sword.
bodyguards and whatnot go, they will allow you to take 2.
Good amount.
2
Two and a what?
and a servant. Sorry.
Convenient.
Mm.
Very.
All right.
Bodyguards and servants have to eat in the back of the room. You're allowed to take one person to sit with you at the actual dining hall table.
Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the bear by its toes. Marcus, you got the teeth. Come on with me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you two sit at the table. Everybody sits down cordially and is very, very peaceful with one another. There's some slight talk going on amongst the crowd. Everybody understands tonight that there's going to be a great showcase on the stage that's in front of you. Let me elaborate a little bit on the building itself here. Where are we at? Make sure I've got it set up the way I want it. I'll show you the map that I'm currently rocking with it. I'll let you guys put yourselves down. The tables did not show up for some reason, but that's okay. So this is the dining hall that you are currently in. I had tables set up, and then I had the back room areas for like the nobles and stuff, and then down here would be like everybody else, and then this here was what I was using as the dining table. So just to give you some visuals, we probably won't need the map a whole lot tonight, but we may need it at the next game. So,
Oh.
I just want to pull it up so everybody can kind of see what's going down. And so the idea here today is that there's going to be exquisite items brought from the oceans, items that are being showcased and shown off by various crews, by various uh, privateers. And the reason for this is because the items they have brought back are going to be up for auction for the nobility.
Hmm.
So there's actually a considerable amount of nobility here, at least a good 15 nobles and 45 others, patrons, bodyguards, servants. So roughly 60 people, give or take a few, within the building itself. Again, this is why I'll have to lay it all out so that you can see exactly where everybody's at when we need to. But for now, a theater of the mind should do. So, upon entering this grand hall, you do see a large stone stage, and it has what appears to be a large gated door that travels down a ramp. And nobody stops you from gazing around a little bit and taking a look around. On the main floors where the livestock and the other tables are set up on the floor here, you have all the regular folk. Up in these areas, you'll have all the nobles, etc., etc. So this is what they consider like the back area, right? Windows and whatnot showing out through onto the courtyards, etc. This area here, though, when you look through the gate, you can see that it's a ramp that goes downward and spirals down. Where you're not really sure, but about the second level down, there's another large gate which opens up and has about a 30-foot opening there. You assume for probably large items or what have you, but just the same, it's right in front of the auctions and showman's stage, which is the locale for that is here. That same sense of patchouli, you get an essence of pine, some High John the Conqueror's root burning in the background, a little patchouli, maybe some lavender, various smells coming off these nobles' scent pouches, right? It looks as though Vorash is utilizing an oil-based resource from what you can tell. Their lamps, their street lights, things of that nature seem to have reservoirs on them, and they can be lit in the evenings. Not anything quite like what you've seen in the areas of Alasia, for those of you who've been to Alasia. The dwarves seem to have their shit together along with the gnomes, but the humans don't seem to be doing too bad as far as utilizing resources. Like I said, oil lamps on the walls, nicely bright lights. At the table, oh, what did I do with the other one? There it is.
At the table.
At the table. And for those of you down here, you also will notice that there is a not a catwalk. Yeah, a catwalk above everything here that is suspended by wire off the ceiling. It is made out of what appears to be an iron or a metal, and it looks like guards are patrolling that upper area there for anybody that might get out of line. Okay.
I think I should not have brought the sword.
Yeah. I mean, you're a noble, so nobody's gonna bitch at you, right?
Yes, but that does not mean I'm attractive.
That's true.
But I can just say it's a showpiece. and then show them my piece.
You could. And aren't you a sword dancer?
That is what I mean, but also
Yeah.
not what I mean.
Yeah, maybe you could take them by stage. I don't know. Right.
Do a dance, trip and fall, kill someone. Oh, oops, it's an accident.
None of that. Oh, I know it's not going to be there. There they are. Okay.
Comes the purple cobras. White Goodman and the
purple's
purple
a-
cobras.
Nicely done.
Purple's a nice color. Not that
Raleigh,
it's
throw a wrench at that
in
fool.
this
I'm
country.
You
lost.
can dodge a wrench. You can dodge a ball.
I'm lost.
Mm.
Where are we at?
I moved everybody over to the new map.
Okay. Where am I? I need to drag and drop on here.
Yep, you guys are down in the main area here. Like I said,
Okay.
nobody's gonna stop you from taking a look around either. So
Yeah, catch me up real quick. How many floors are there?
there's only one that you're on right now. There's scaffolding up here,
With guards on it.
right?
Okay.
Which I'll populate at some point. I'm working on populating now.
No worries. Where are all the other servants at? This is a dining hall?
Yes, a very large dining hall.
Okay. And all the servants have to get eaten back?
Hmm.
Where's that at?
Over here.
Okay. That's where I want to be.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of us?
Oh yeah. There's about 40 some servants and bodyguards over there. Oh yeah.
So if I wanted to, I could sneak off and disappear
Oh,
unnoticed?
you sure could, sir.
Okie dokie. Who are we having dinner with?
You're having dinner with Valorous, the gentleman that you met outside. I don't know
Okay.
where the heck in the handbasket this stupid thing is. That's all right. I'll have to find him later.
And this guy technically doesn't have anything to do with our mission that we're on to capture the elf smuggler.
Well, you don't know that 100% yet.
Okay.
This guy's invited you to dinner tonight. There's going to be privateers showing off things that they've brought back from the ocean in their travels. So, possible you could gain some information here.
Okay. Should I leave like the torch thing for you to show off there, noble boss?
Yes, that would sound. Yes. Give me the piece. I will try to impress them with your. Oh my goodness, beautiful craftsmanship.
Duh.
Those aquamarine gems, wonderful.
Thank you. They were yours.
Didn't think I had any left.
Hmm.
I guess that would make sense why I didn't.
Nice. I found the Etna token. That thing's awesome. You do such a great job with those tokens, man.
All right. So I'm thinking I'm probably gonna sneak off here and
Okay.
snoop around while the show's going down and people are semi sort of distracted.
Okay. So, there we go. All right. Oh. Okay. Nice. I got it. Okay. All right. So at the table there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that are sitting across on this side that all seem to be of relative importance. There we go.
I see 3.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
There's 4. And then I need... Oh, the other 2 I've got.
Kerplunk.
There we go. And then... Okay. On the other side of the table, you see a gentleman, the same gentleman you saw earlier, Valorous. You see, and here is Valorous. You see a dark elf in what appears to be noble clothing, is bearing the same similar sash that Aether bears.
I don't think we know who that is.
Aether is the female dragonborn bard of the, or excuse me, arcane trickster of the Misled Moguls.
Yeah, we don't know them.
Oh, okay. You never met Angela's character. Okay. Well,
I don't think we've met any of the moguls.
We have. No, we have.
you have. Some of you have. You have Irish.
Everybody here aside from Gavin would have after we before we dealt with the troll situation.
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
That's all right. Masterson's busy.
Okay, just tell us about the sash.
So the sash is a red sash. It looks like that.
Can't see it.
Got it.
Looks like that. Okay.
Okay. And we fought stone giants, Masterson. Okay. She's
Huh?
great. Oh, Angela's piping in on the chat. All right. Mordred. See, no, not Mordred. What was his name? How do you say it? Mestafovich? Mistanovich. Sorry, not Mordred. Mistanovich. So yeah, there's a dark elf there. There is a guy in a suit who looks really dressed up and ready to go, and he has a better than you attitude. There is a gentleman in black armor with a purple sheen on it as well, and then a priest-like figure is with them as well.
Okay.
Please sit down, honored guests. It was very nice to have met you today, and I apologize again for my rudeness.
It's
Right.
okay, Valorous.
I am Captain Valorous. Yes, thank you. Thank you for remembering. Allow me to introduce our honored guests for the evening and the High Priest. Down at the end of the table here, the gentleman in the nice suit is Jorge Kincaid. He ensures that the privateers are paid and that the underbelly of society stays the underbelly of society. Think of him as a boss of sorts of the streets. The lady you see in front of you is Marissa Dracorius. Marissa is a baron's daughter. She and Jorge spend quite a bit of time together. She has quite a bit of land tracts to the north of Pitch City, and she is here for the auctioning of several animals, I guess, that are being brought. This gentleman here, needs no real introduction. This is Alistar. He is the leader of the Black Knights Protectorate.
Night.
And I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And he ensures that the city maintains a good stead and guard. And here we have High Priest Animal. Animal is a gentleman that is here because we are celebrating the 25th day of not having to kill any dissidents. So we are believing that maybe the city is cleansed. We shall see. But in joy and merriment, we have several privateers who will be showing off their wares tonight. We have several shows to put on for you this evening. We will definitely dance until the sun comes up, and have a wondrous time.
Well, followers, I actually have two proposals for you. One, I have a gift for all of you. It is actually here. This is from the Isles. It is a representation of what we've done before. I push forward this statuette of military symbolization with made of mahogany with beautifully inlaid gemstones.
The dark elf kind of looks at it very closely. Huh. Haven't seen craftsmanship like that since the ancestors ran the forests. Oh, how rude of me. This gentleman here has recently come to us with aid and information from the north. His name is Mordred Khazar of the Khazarian nobles to the north.
Mordred from the north, of the northern nobles.
Why, yes, exactly. Your stead is very wise. He goes.
So go ahead.
He goes on to pour goblets for everyone.
I do not only bear a gift for you, I actually would enjoy to give you all a show too. I have to reciprocate these gestures, you know. Does
Very-
not just go one way.
Very well. There will be plenty of time for dance tonight. At that point in time, we shall set aside some time for you. Would that work for you, my good man?
Sounds fantastic.
Perfect. That accent. Are you... You folks are from the Isles, right?
I had moved to the Isles a few years ago. On business. I'm a merchant by heart. Now a mercenary by trade.
Well,
And
anyone
I'm
that would-
traveling in the company of the Vorashian military. They've hired me for, obviously, blade work.
Very good. Well, got to make a stake somehow. He pours goblets for everybody. He has the servants bring out copious amounts of venison that have probably been hunted from the pastures in the north. And in fact, they gloat as such. And it's laid out on the table. Couple of the first privateers that come across the stage bring some pretty exotic looking beasts. You're pretty sure that some of them, within the first couple of privateers that have come forward with these items, a couple of these creatures seem to be communicating, but no one can understand them. Nothing really humanoid per se, but you get some deer type creatures come through, very exotic looking animals. small marsupials, rodents, things of that nature. Then, as it starts to get a little later into the evening, the shinies, is Wrath in the other game would put it, comes out. And the shinies are trinkets, rings, necklaces, hordes of rare treasures from the south and from the west. I kind of move forward and through and whatnot. And the night wanes on, the drinks get poured. Is anybody in here imbibing alcohol while they're at the dinner?
Yes.
Okay. Masterson, you're probably well into it at this point then. It's been a few hours.
Take some drinks, but since I'm going to be giving a performance, I'm not going to be drunk while swinging around a sword.
Perfect. Okay. It's been a few hours. There's been a lot of bids put down. The lady Marissa seems to be bidding quite a bit on luxury items. There was a magical self-heating bathtub that somebody had brought back from a prince to the west. There was some self-igniting firewood that one of the druid nobles to the north picked up. Just some weird stuff has come through, but also just some ornate art, sculptures, paintings, things from different cultures, tribal items, etc. And about it's about, say, at least 9:30 in the evening. They take a small 15-minute gorge break, because everybody's been gorging on food and whatnot, so they take a break from that. And the last privateer before the festivities kind of kick off shows up. And you hear Valorous. He says, "Well, I'm glad that he finally decided to take us up on the offer and stay for the evening. Most of the privateers that come through here stay the whole week. We're lucky to get Esteban to stay one day. The next gentleman always brings something rare. He travels outside the regions of what most would consider legal limits. However, he has licensure. He is a personal favorite of the boy king, so..."
Question, Joe. Will we be able to hear this?
Yeah, he's talking about him to you guys. So,
Well, even to the people in the other room.
no, just
At
you
the
guys.
other end of the room.
No, that's why they're all over at the other end of the room.
You mentioned this Esteban. He is important to you?
Esteban brings with him a certain... Esteban is a privateer who runs several small privateering companies for Varash. They have been operating for probably about 20 years now. You folks from the Isle probably don't know much about them, unless
No.
they've stopped over and dropped off supplies, but I don't think so. They mostly
I've
deal
only
in...
heard his name. Isn't it Tyrannese?
Yes, Tyrannese Esteban. Yep, that's the name. Yeah, but I'm not surprised that you've heard the name. Pretty popular. It's not like stories don't travel with other sailors.
Well, do I have stories for you?
Really?
I've got many of stories.
I pray tell to hear a couple of those. But this next gentleman, he will definitely ensure that you get something interesting. He always brings something.
Has he brought a dragon once before?
We haven't seen any. We haven't seen any drakes brought by him.
A troll?
Trolls?
Oh.
He deals in a little bit more precious items.
Oh. I was about to say, my next guess was going to be an owlbear. Could have brought you that.
Here he is now. This gentleman with large frills and a boisterous hat. Looks like his shoes or boots are accentuated on the height to make him a little taller. It looks like the hair that wafts off of his head has covered up any semblance of facial features other than what you see right in front of you. Eyes, nose, mouth. He's got it pulled back in such a way that it's pulled up over his ears. And as he walks over to the stage, 4 orc assistants open up the gate and start to bring through the items that he's brought. They are not like the other servants that you've seen in this area. The servants you've seen have all been rather skinny, slightly malnourished, and as these orcs bring these servants through, you can tell that they are putting up a fight. They have shackles on their feet and hands, and they look to be well fed. And as they walk up, they put this individual on the stand and they say, "This is what they call a halfling in the West. I have 15 of them. Unfortunate for them." His red lipstick curls up over his white teeth as he whips his head back a bit. Perception rules.
Or
Everybody in the room can do them. How'd we do?
I did not do too well.
That's okay.
Don't look like any of us did.
All right. Jerry, oh no. No?
That was a stealth.
13. Yeah, that was my stealth.
All right. Okay. So, he's obviously wearing a lot of makeup. And he says, "I have 15 of them. Esteban Enterprises is willing to deliver them to wherever you need them taken. I have 4 ships ready to depart if they need to be taken to different areas. However, just wait until the auction is done. Those ships have been given explicit order to deliver items to all of the buyers." Some people start bidding and whatnot, and these... Eventually, the bidding hits about 5,000 gold pieces for the lot of them. And the orcs kind of shuffle them through the rest of the way so that their buyers can look them over before they're shuffled onto ships to be moved.
I thumb the pommel of my sword a bunch, and I want to cast a message
Okay.
to Marcus,
Okay.
saying, "Do you think we should bid on them? They deserve to be free. More crew members." You can reply back.
You got that kind of scratch?
And I'll just look over to him instead of casting it again and just nod and tilt my head back and forth.
Maybe that's our in. Go for it.
Sounds good.
Okay. So you're bidding?
I'm gonna wait to see who bids first.
Okay.
I don't want to bid right away.
They start the bidding. He says, "I'll take 5,000 for the lot of them." And a guy says, "Well, I'll give you 5,000 for the lot of them." Any other bidders? Going once, going twice. The guy's got his hands all. I can put them to work on my farm.
They're dealing in gold pieces, right?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Could totally lie, but I'm not gonna do that. 5,000. Wow.
I will spend 5,050. The dark elf puts his fingers up. The tycoon-looking guy down at the other end of the table says 5,100. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the man at the end of the table there for 5,100. I'll put him to work on the farm. Mom, be proud of me. Oh. All right. Next, he brings forward a team of ponies. About 20 ponies. He explains these ponies are stocked, bred, and choice for anyone that might need ponies for their farms, their gardens, their children. Heck, maybe you just need something to carry that extra baggage. Just the same, those halflings don't need these ponies anymore. Or perhaps you want the package deal and you want the ponies to go with the halflings in case you need them to till the lands or anything of that nature, or harder work. You can tell he's really trying to sell up these ponies. Or maybe it's a delicacy. I've never eaten it, but who knows? It could be great. He smacks his little proctor on the podium that he's standing at. And the bidding starts. It gets up to about 300 gold pieces for these 20 ponies. Going once. Going twice. Sold! And the guy says, oh, great, I can feed those to the orcs. They'll eat anything. The ponies, Winnie is there, taken to be placed on the ships. This next item I have is a gentleman who's of great importance to the West. He has his orc servants bring a guy up who's got a bag over his head. This gentleman here thought he could escape. We've tracked and traced him for months. He was supposed to have had one of the legendary swords that everybody keeps yammering about. I do not believe they exist, but hey, if they did, I would have found one by now, right? His boisterous laugh is somewhat annoying at this point. He says, well, without further ado, I give you, perhaps maybe the only Red Knight left alive, Nikolai Andradius. There's a hush over the crowd. He's a big deal in the West. 10 gold pieces? The guy looks very upset, and his hands aren't just shackled like the other people's. His hands have a mesh weave of some kind over the top of them.
Never heard of him.
25 gold pieces.
I'll rub my pommel again and go to Marcus. I may not have heard of him, neither have I, but he may be important to us.
If you say so.
75 gold pieces will take him. Anybody?
I'll go! Get my hand in on this.
Mordred from the other side of the table lifts his hand up. 500 gold pieces. 500 from Mordred!
I turn around and I look to Mordred and I go, "So my gift does not mean anything to you."
Oh. It does, but that man... I know that man.
You can't let me have one item.
Tell you what. I'll back off. If you let me talk to him.
Just a chat. You cannot touch him. He is mine.
Fair enough. I hold my bet at 500.
505.
505 going once. 505 going twice. Sold!
I rub my pommel again and I go, "Marcus, do you have the extra coin?"
I got a few bucks. 100 or so, I guess.
Well, that was the
Rub
last...
my... Go ahead. No, go ahead.
That was the last item of the evening, folks. I'll have more diplomats for you next time. But for now, drink and enjoy in merriment. He grabs a goblet and his cane and starts making his way through the crowd of bodyguards and whatnot. They seem to kind of want to move away from him a little bit. He's got an eerie presence about him. And he's walking up to the table that everybody is sitting at here.
Let us have another show. And I'll toss my sword in my hand. Well, I'm holding on to it. I toss my arm into the air and I'll head out onto stage and I'll start doing a sword dance.
Nice. People are clapping for you. The orcs really like it. The orcs think it's one of the cooler things they've seen. As he sits down at the table, Masterson, he has several tickets in his hands, and he's handing them out to the various people, and he says, "Well, it would seem that your lord is dancing for the people." So he hands you the envelope with the ticket for Nikolai.
For who?
The gentleman that you bought.
Right. Okay.
He says you'll be able to pick up him and the trunk of goods that we found on his persons in the morrow. Do we have an accord?
It's not my purchase, but all right.
I think that your lord would be very pleased with you. He certainly seems to be having a good time with the sword up there. Give me a performance roll then.
Sure. Let me get over to roll 20.
The same old song and dance.
Same old song and dance. I actually was thinking of doing something a little bit different this time.
Mordred, Masterson, you don't have a costume on, do you?
Nope.
Mordred looks across the table at you. Do I know you? Have we met before?
Don't think so.
Look awful familiar. Well, just the same.
Got an
Never.
average face.
If I ever pulled a sword on you, well, sorry.
Oh, very good. The priest stands up and he says, "Esteban, my assumption is that you have my special packages too?" "Well, of course, Tyrannese Esteban always makes sure that his lordship and the leader of his gospel is taken care of. Of course. Of course, Animal. Stop by this evening and I'll give you what I have for you." Alistair, would you mind accompanying me? You Give me a perception roll. The Masterson, yeah, Masterson, because you're the one at the table.
By the way, I got a 27 for performance.
Damn. Yeah, you're.
I do also want to kind of
yeah, I
call
see it
out.
there.
I do kind of want to call out to not Valorous. Sorry,
Mordred?
Tyrannese
Tyrannese?
Esteban.
Okay.
I want to call out to him
Okay.
to see if he wants to be a part of my performance.
Oh.
It's after you're done telling what Marcus
Oh, okay.
Masterson.
Yeah, Alistair, the guy that he's talking to, who looks very regal and what have you, he's apparently in charge of the Knights Protectorate. He rolls.
You bitch.
He he rolls his eyes when Animal says that. Animal does not notice it, but you do, as though he has disdain for this man. But he says, "Yes, of course, I will accompany you. Me and my Black Knights will ensure that you're protected." Okay.
I guess I don't understand why this triggers Jerry.
It's from
Borash
a
thing.
1980s pinball machine. The Black
It's
Knight.
It's an Easter egg from the other game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So
Okay.
we'll explain. It is fun. And so those two proceed to one of the rear chambers, and you can see Animal waver to Mordred to join them.
So who's all going? Is Tyrannese going with them?
No, Tyrannese Esteban. Actually, let me pull Esteban. I can grab a mini for Esteban real quick. Here, we'll give. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's funny though. The goat lady. We'll just make him the goat lady for now. No, but he's that's pretty cool actually. I got some pretty cool minis around here that from some packages I picked up that are pretty cool. The ore ones are really cool. I believe they are Roll20 exclusives. Here, we'll just for now we'll. Yeah, it's actually pretty good actually. For him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually pretty good for him. So yeah, you're doing your thing. You're talking and whatnot. They all leave. What are you doing? You said you were saying something to Tyrannese.
I want to call out to him while I'm out on stage.
Okay.
I want to go, Tyrannese Esteban, would you or would you not agree that a little stage combat would make this all a little bit more lively? The clash of steel, the chance of death. What do you say to it?
He kind
Perhaps
of
put a wager on it.
looks at you. You would challenge me to a duel, good sir?
Only to draw blood. First to draw blood. Not to the death.
Do of course understand who you're talking to, right? Everybody's now quietly murmuring to one another.
I grip my sword even harder.
Sorry.
Why is it do you think that I asked for you, not anybody else?
He says, well, friendly competition's never a problem, but at least we have a drink first?
My thirst has already been quenched tonight.
Very well. You finish your dance, I'll finish my drink, and then we shall have it out on the stage. How does that sound, my friend?
Fantastic.
Tell you what,
Yes, friend.
I understand that you came in from the Isles.
And
Well, you had to have had a ship, right, my lord?
I do.
What are you riding in these days?
A galley.
A galley. Is it in tip-top shape? Could it use some repairs?
Why do you ask? We are about to have a sword fight. We are not about to have a discussion over.
You seem to like competition, and I enjoy a good competition. I'm just saying, I have a fully outfitted galley with cannon and all. I would put it up against your galley if you would be so inclined. Now the murmuring really starts going.
Ooh, oh boy.
Well,
Let me
you-
take a look at my spells real quick.
Bet the boat.
I don't know if I want to bet the boat, Marcus. You got Mike over here. He's telling me, bet the boat. Do it.
Bet
Bet
the
the
boat. Bet the
boat.
boat. Bet the
All
boat.
right, fine. I'll bet the boat. You drive a hard bargain. But sure.
Yeah.
What all do you have on your boat?
I
What
have,
are you? What all will you give up on your boat?
I have 2 long toms, 2 short barrels. We have 6 kegs of gunpowder and plenty of cannonball.
So just the
enough
boats
to wage
then.
enough to wage a small siege on a small town.
So we bet our boats, and it's only the boats, not those who are our opponent. Agreed. Not those who are our opponent. Just the boats.
Okay. Agreed.
Oh no.
So there we were, running like hell to find a way across the mountains because Joe took our only means of transportation. No, I'm kidding. But we are getting close to time, and I want to do this duel, but I don't want to do it tonight. So let's talk real quick.
Okay.
I do want to say real quick, once we go to the boat fight, I fully expect me to yeet over to the other boat. Because I'm going to.
You assume there's going to be a boat fight.
Yeah, you assume there's going to be a boat fight.
But they're not.
So far,
No,
you
no,
guys
we're
have
wagering for our boats.
So far, you guys have handled things differently than what I
Oh.
thought you would have.
That's what you happen when you have me as a player.
Well, Masterson and Raleigh came up with the go around and disguise the Dragonborn so we can all get in, and then you came up with the betting him for pinks pretty much, which he's a privateer. He's got other ships. Whatever. But for him, having another ship added to his, and he believes himself to be a very good swordsman.
I got a sneaky backup plan working back here too.
I was wondering if you guys might have some sneaky in your minds. But
I might be a great mercenary, but maybe a little bit of help would be nice to add on to it. So whatever it is, Riley, bring it on.
nice. And I'm bringing I'm bringing in some flair to get you guys a little bit more politically oriented with the war too, while you're running around capturing and bringing all these people to justice. All right. So I'm bringing in characters from the other games and sessions to kind of tie everything together. So,
Red
Marissa,
really ties the room together.
yeah, Marissa Dracorius is all about this. She says she'll even provide the blades so that no one can be accused of cheating. To which You, Masterson, I'm going to go ahead and let that 17 roll on your perception. You see his level of disdain perk onto his face when she says that.
Mm-hmm.
So she's asked her guard to bring 2 of the finest swords that they've brought with them from the city. And
What kind of swords are they?
they are rapiers.
Out of
Dueling
my
swords.
league. I
Really?
can still make
Swords.
do.
You can make it work. You're a
Oh, I
swordsman.
can certainly make it work.
She says, I apologize that I do not have the clunkier materials that most of you warriors would rather carry these days, but a fine rapier will quickly get between armor and dash the hopes of someone
Just
on the
a
battlefield
flick of the
just as
wrist.
quickly.
It's a fencing blade.
She looks at Masterson and says, I can see that your ward knows what he speaks of. Let's see.
I used one myself.
Nice. Jorge puts down blunderbuss on the table, and he says, "Well, I'll ensure they don't cheat too."
Oh, fuck.
And he kind of chews on the little cigarette-looking thing he's got dangling from his lip.
This is why we give gifts to nobles.
Mm-hmm. Valorous says that if you don't mind, he'll be the judge because he's judged plenty of military combat in the past, and it would be an honor to judge a duel of someone from the Isles. In fact, he says if anybody could actually duel Tyranny's Esteban, it would probably be someone from the Isles, right? I mean, you're born of the military. You could see some excitement glistening in his eyes. he's getting a little jolly out of this one. He says, "I will fetch the others after their council. For now, let's finish these drinks, and then to arms. We will, of course, have to make room for the nobles in the front, and the servants will have to move the tables. So I will orchestrate that for the next game. I will set everything up. I will literally have all of the player character NPCs that I told you were in here, so that you guys have a clear map of what you're looking at, in case shit break out, which I don't know, could happen. At any rate, I've also given some of our other members and players out there opportunities to jump into games now. So we do need other players for different games. So feel free to reach out to us, DM us, let us know what's going down. Mid-February, beginning of March, looking at starting a Fallout campaign. I know I've got some interest out there, so we will be chatting about that very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We are going to zone out here so that we can go ahead and nice. We are going to go ahead and I looked at your comment you made there, Marcus. We're going to go ahead and log out for the night. Thanks Arkenforge. Thanks Roll20. Thank you Hero Forge. Thank you Ohio Gaming Alliance. For putting on the production, allowing me to be your awesome GM for the evening. And also, thanks to our newest player, Gavin. Welcome aboard, Mr. Gavin Ramey. And Jerry and Hunter. Marcus and I have kind of been at this for a while. You guys just joined this last year in 2021. Very much appreciate you. Gavin, I think you're a new recipient as of 2022, right? Or tail end of 2021. So
Tail end.
Thank you for playing. Folks, we would love to have you at our table. So DM us, check out our Patreon, check out our Etsy store. We'll post all that stuff up. Angela Way will make sure that things get posted up for you to go and find. So thanks so much. Hope you have a blessed evening.